Hey there, YouTube land. Horror is my favorite genre, but with horror comes probably some of the most horrible movies of all time. But the one thing I'm going to show you on this list tonight, this is my last video for the night, is 10 movies in order from 10 to 1 bad movies that may deserve a place on your shelf because, well, we'll talk about why. Number 10, Ghost Ship. Nobody's ever gonna be considering this one a classic. Ghost Ship falls under the weight of its own opening. It's a film that has an incredible opening sequence. Unfortunately, it pretty much gives us all in the opening sequence. Though there's fun and ticket to cover. Way too many CG effects, but actually not bad. I gotta say, fun little film. Not a good movie by any stretch of the imagination, but one that's fun to throw on every once in a while, and I actually enjoy this one. Number 9, Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation. Make sure that you get the edition that was put up by Lionsgate. It's the uncut one. Anyway, yeah. See that? Renee Zellweger and Matthew McConaughey, they were the reason this movie got cut up and almost never released. But there's some fun aspects to this film. Matthew McConaughey's character, as crazy as it is, you could actually see the chops that Matthew McConaughey would show later on. He does a really good job in this movie. People underrate that role. I think it's a really cool character. And the way he plays it so manic and freaky and wild, it's just really, really, it's fun. Renee Zellweger she's the leading lady girl type, and there's a buxom real estate agent, a ending that has to be seen to be believed, and even after you see it, you're probably not going to believe it. But all in all, it's a train wreck of a mess, but it's a fun one, and it's one I watch over and over. Gotta love that. Just look really close at that. Leatherface and chainsaw lipstick. Yeah. Number 8, Shark Night. This is one that a lot of people consider a bad movie that I actually like. I find this one really fun. I remember watching it when I was working at the bank, and I got up one morning, went to watched about half of it, had to go to work, and came back the next day. I got up, watched the other half of it, and right after that, I said, I kind of dig this movie, and I like the actors in it. We got Catherine McPhee's in this one here. I think Donald Logue's in this, isn't he? Yeah, Donald Logue's the sheriff. Of course, you know him now from Gotham, where he plays Bullock. But I had a lot of fun with this movie. Is it cheesy? Oh my God, yes, it's cheesy. Is it realistic? No, not at all. But it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Number 7. I remember this. 1989. The year that slasher movies went to die. And this one was probably more deservingly so. Cutting Class. It wasn't sure if it wanted to be a slasher movie or a comedy or whatever, but it was a strange movie. It's an early role for Brad Pitt. Joe Sholin, of course, from Stepfather and Popcorn and all those films, does a fantastic job, as she always does. We have Roddy McDowall, Martin Mull, and of course Donovan Leitch. And you know what? I wanted to love this movie so much because Jill had my heart back then. But uncut version, what the hell did he cut out of this thing in the first place? Anyway, pick it up. Another Lionsgate classic. Got this for $1.99. Here's a more modern film, like Shark Night, but I guess much lower budget. Well, not like Shark Night. It's not a shark movie. It's just newer. Legend of Psychotic Force Ranger. This movie was inspired by Psycho Cop. If you've ever seen Psycho Cop, and I would love to get my hands on a DVD copy of that, Oh my God, it's a horrible, horrible film. And actually had a sequel. Oh, this movie is seriously, the guy that made this movie liked Psycho Cop, and it is so obvious when you watch this film. This is the most non-threatening killer you are ever going to see. This cover is fantastic. The movie is hilariously bad. Come on, isn't that cool? Pick it up. It's really, seriously, this is a low-budget company. The Black Fawn, they put out a lot of different pictures. I always talk to them when I go to the Comic-Cons. Very nice guys, very easy to get along with, very cool, very open, and definitely pick this up. As far as bad movies go, you will have a blast watching this one here. Watch with some friends, get some beer, stuff like that. Number 5, Black Xmas. I don't know what they were thinking when they decided to make a Bart Simpson-looking killer, but I don't know. Maybe they thought it would look scary because yellow looks scary in Don't Look Now. This isn't Don't Look Now, and it's not a very good film. It has a great cast. There's a couple of inventive kills, but it's a real letdown of a movie, especially in the end when you find out that last little twist, which probably should be good, but it's not. This movie, however, has one of the most gorgeous casts of females that all keep their clothes on you can imagine. Number 4, another remake. Not a good movie, but for some reason I kind of like it, and I get a kick out of it. It's a remake of actually one of my all-time favorite slasher films, and I don't know why it's a remake because very little is similar to the actual original film. And this one is Sorority Row. It's another one with a gorgeous cast of females, and I'm not sure if anyone gets naked in this one, but this is a fun film, just one that I like to put on and watch sometimes. Very cheesy. The killer kills with a tire iron weapon. Trust me, you have to see this movie. Number 3 is the original sci-fi classic. If you can get your hands on a copy of this, it's a very fun film, Laser Blast. Laser Blast was put out by Troma, I think, or Full Moon. No, Full Moon put this one out. And yeah, shut up, man. This is, I've got Roddy McDowell in this one, Keenan Wynn. Yeah, very cheesy effects, as you can tell by the creature on the beginning, on the box cover. I don't know what to say. Just experience it. That's all I can tell you, because it's one of those movies. They went all out on the DVD art there. Number 2. Yeah. Shark Attack 3. Megalodon. One of the most famous lines in movie history is in this one here. Sorry, I have younger viewers, so I can't say it on my channel. But if you know it, feel free to say it along right now. This has horrible effects. How horrible? Look closely. Yeah, that's the guy falling into the shark. Literally, that's an actual screen grab from the film. Yeah, it's really bad. Actually, this stars John Barrowman, who, of course, was Captain Jack in Torchwood, and, of course, Doctor Who. He came over here to North America, and he acted in Arrow, and he still does act in Arrow, actually, as Malcolm Merlin. And if you're a fan of Desperate Housewives, he was in the season of that, too, as the bad guy. Shark Attack 3. Cheesy CGI sharks. John Barrowman as charming as ever in the role that he does. And a line that once you hear this for the first time, you are never going to forget it. And you are going to tell your friends. It'll come up at parties. It's just one of those lines. Please tell me you know the line. Number 1. A movie that James Cameron kind of, sort of, almost did part of directing of. and that is Piranha 2: The Spawning. Now, my better half would argue this is a good movie, since she loves this one, and she considers it a classic. But man, you got piranhas, they got wings, they're flying. This is way before the new Piranha movies came out. Gotta check it out. There's a Grunion Run scene. There's a scene in the when they're opening up the body, when there's a body in a morgue. You just got to see this, man. Ricky G. Paul. Okay, we got Lance Henriksen, of course, and some Tricia O'Neill, of course. Seriously, guys, Piranha 2: The Spawning, you got to own it. It's a must-have. Why is this not on Blu-ray with features? Why did Screen Factory not put this in, or Arrow? Come on, guys, put one of these out, because I want to see it. I really do want to see Screen put out Piranha 2: The Spawning. So here we go. In backwards order, from 1 to 10, Piranha 2: The Spawning, Shark Attack 3: Megalodon, Laser Blast: The Full Moon Classic, Sorority Row, Black Xmas, Legend of the Psychotic Forest Ranger. Gotta love that title. Cutting Class, Shark Night, Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation, and Ghost Ship. 10 bad horror movies that are still worth owning. If you've got 10 bad horror movies that you want to show up, love to see it. I'd love to see your list of 10 bad horror movies that you watch even though you know they're really bad and they kind of suck you in. Thanks for watching. For me right now, the kettles is about to go on. It's time for tea. And then I got to get some sleep, so it's time for tea and a podcast to put me to sleep. Have a good night, guys. And the giant lobster head says hello and beckons tea time.